Okay, don't get mad at me for doing a couple hypothetical videos. I know I never do them. That's not my MO. And here we are with our second one. But I'll bite on it. Let's make Micah Parsons a bear. Let's do this. Let's see what happens if we make Micah Parsons a bear. Because last night, I don't know how many people caught this or didn't catch this. Like wildfire, Bears Twitter was aflame. CalebWilliams fan club posted with CeeDee Lamb extension. The Cowboys probably can't afford to extend Micah Parsons. King Poles, work your magic. Bear down. Innocent enough post, just for fun. That's what Twitter is. Then CalebWilliams, our golden hero, goes ahead and retweets it, reposted it, not tweet anymore, X, reposted it, and ablaze. The entire internet blew up. Now everyone expects it. Do I think it's realistic? Nah, I don't. I don't think it's going to happen. But let's play along, because if CalebWilliams posted it out there, he wants it. Micah Parsons, as all of you know, is an absolute monster. He is a beast. Taken right after Justin Fields in the 2021 draft. We obviously traded up ahead to get Justin Fields. Micah Parsons in every aspect is an absolute animal. If you look at the blue highlighted parts there, I go off PRP and pass rate or pass rush win percentage a lot. Those are both two of the highest in the league. 24.1 was the second highest in the league. 12.6, 12.7, it's between there. On the PRP for PFF is the highest in the entire league. And if you go off my metric, how many plays between a pressure? 103 total pressures last year, which is absolutely ridiculous, especially off 513 pass rushes. It's crazy. 4.98. There's only one player in the entire league that had one less than 5 plays. So one sack, one sack, hit, or hurry every 4.98 plays is absolutely monstrous. Every year, look down below PFF's grades. His pass rush grade is 93.7, 92.1, 93.0. His overall defensive grade, 92.7, 91.6, 89.8. He's a monster. If you can get Micah Parsons, you go out and you get Micah Parsons. You do what it takes to get Micah Parsons. An absolute monster. Now, some fans might say, well, look what happened with Khalil Mack. Well, the fact of the matter is, Khalil Mack would have been a great addition if we had the quarterback right. So if you really believe that CalebWilliams is him, if he is the quarterback, you make moves like this to go out and win yourself a Super Bowl, because you can give up that haul to be able to get him. So right after that, the repost comes down. So it's gone. So this is before it happened. This is the repost. Well, slightly after that, who knows, maybe King Poles got on the phone with them. This is the gift that goes around, that he's on the phone making deals. Maybe King Poles called him up and say, hey, look, this might actually happen. We don't want anything being accused of tampering. Or, hey, Caleb, put that down. Or maybe they didn't even talk to him at all and he just got some backlash and he went ahead and took it down. But let's go ahead and look at what it would look like if the Bears traded. And this is my proposal. I always said it would be good to package DeMarcus Walker if we go out and get a true edge. Now, we already picked up Darrell Taylor, so a lot of people are saying this isn't realistic. We wouldn't have done that if we're going to get Micah Parsons. Well, that's not necessarily true. You can do both. And DeMarcus Walker unloads $8 million of cap space to be able to go be flexible and extend Micah Parsons. He's not due right now for a contract extension until after the 2025 year, because they picked up his fifth-year option. If you look there on the right, 2024, he's set to make, still on his rookie deal, $5.4 million, first-round pick. And then in 2025, he would make $21,324,000 on the fifth-year extension. Now, the Bears can add to that. They can make this flexible if they're going to sign him. The value, according to SpoTrack here on the left, is 3 years, $91.849 million. So $30.8, $30.6 million average. And that's what he'd be the highest paid defensive end. And that's how they listed him on their fifth-year option, on their extension, because he's played outside linebacker and defensive end. But really, if you look at the numbers, every 6 out of 7 plays, he's on the line. He's not in the box. He's not back. So he truly is a defensive end, and most people who watch him or know him know that he is a defensive end. So he's set to make a lot of money. The Bears can work it out not to have to. I mean, they can incorporate that fifth-year option, but really they can pay him a little bit early. They can be flexible with the money. They can pay some of it this year because we do have a decent amount of cap space left. We're going to have between $15 and $20 million left. And if we trade away DeMarcus Walker like I'm proposing, we'll have around $23 million left. That gives us some flexibility. Now, we know the Cowboys are in the market for another running back as well. So pairing up Khalil Herbert with this, now I know a lot of people wouldn't be on board with this because we lost Ian Wheeler to injury, to his torn ACL. But remember, Travis Homer's still there. Roschon Johnson is the true back. That's our second back. He really is. And then you've got Travis Homer we could keep, or Kerry Blasingame. And you've still got Velus Jones, who's playing very well. In the preseason, he had one of the highest averages per run. He's got the explosion. So there's options. We don't have to be stuck on Khalil Herbert. We're not going to extend him anyways, and this is the last year of his contract. So we give up Khalil Herbert, DeMarcus Walker, next year's first-round pick, which is very appealing to the Cowboys because next year's class is the defensive end, the defensive tackle class. We trade them that. We trade them a second-round pick, which is two premium picks, and then as well a future second-round pick. Some people are saying two firsts would be necessary, but when you're getting DeMarcus Walker, who's a solid replacement for this year for Micah Parsons, he's nowhere near Micah Parsons. I'm not trying to insinuate that, but he's a solid replacement this year to be able to have some option there until they pick up a first-rounder next year with our pick. That doesn't look so bad to the Cowboys, in my opinion. Then the Bears go ahead and extend him. Do it now. Do it early. And this is what it looks like for the Bears. You got DeMarcus Walker gone, Micah Parsons on one side, Montez Sweat on the other. You're generating pressure at this point. On third downs, you can have Andrew Billings come out, Chris Williams come in as it was planned, and you've still got Austin Booker and Darrell Taylor able to rotate in as Austin Booker comes along. I know a lot of people might be upset and say, well, he could develop into Max Crosby. I agree with that, but when you've got the opportunity to get a Micah Parsons, you go out and get a Micah Parsons. And you can develop Austin Booker, and you can still find a way to be able to incorporate him in. Having rotational guys is important. You never know who's going to get injured. Austin Booker can still develop. Then I don't know who's going to make it out of Daniel Hardy and Jacob Martin. We'll find out today. Maybe Jacob Martin makes it to the IR, and Daniel Hardy's the fifth rotational guy. But this doesn't look so bad. This would look pretty freaking elite. You add that to the best secondary in the league, and teams would fear the Bears. So I'm all on board. Let's have some fun with it. Like I say right up top, it's not going to happen, but what if this is a path to see? In my opinion, this would get it done. Now, maybe they're stuck on 2 first-rounders. Maybe that second-rounder has to come down to be Carolina's because Carolina should be 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 range. As far as that pick goes, that might be enough if we say, okay, we'll give you Carolina's instead. Khalil Herbert, DeMarcus Walker, first-rounder, Carolina's pick, and then a future second-rounder. I'm okay with that because you've locked up Micah Parsons for 2024, 2025, and 3 more extension years, so 5 years, which coincides right along with Montez Sweat. And you've got those guys as bookends, and then next year you can focus on the other pick being a defensive tackle, or you can sign in free agency a defensive tackle. We have the cap space to do it, guys. We've got a rookie contract quarterback. So I'm actually down with this. I would be good with it. I don't know if King Poles is, but that's a lot. That's a lot. If you can go ahead and pick up Micah Parsons, who's the best of the best in the league, you go and get it done. Let me know you guys' thoughts. This is just for fun. I'm going to bite. Let's make it happen. Will it happen? I'm not so sure at this point. I think we're pretty happy going into the season, but it would be a lot of fun to see it happen. So with that, claws up, bear down, and dabears.